Hi. We're live.
There.
Hi, everyone. This is Beautiful Spirit Guides After Dark here, and this is Channeling Your Erotic Soul Questions. So we have a little bit of, I can see maybe some connection stuff going on, but I think it'll be good. We're centering. So my name is Jenna here, and this is my
My name is
beautiful soul.
Angela.
Yeah. And so, today's all about channeling your questions about sex and intimacy and pleasure. And so we are here today to drop in deeper. And I'd love to start off with telling you a little bit about myself and what I do and who I am. And so I channel. I'm a channeler. I guide people into the remembrance of who they are, and I do a lot of work in embodiment, meaning I integrate what is it the energy is reading, but also guide people how we feel that truth through our body and what that looks like in the real world application. I hold retreats and workshops and movements. And so, yeah, definitely feel free to check out my stuff. And then we got here Angela.
So, my name is Angela Shelby. I am a spirit guide channeler. I'm a medium and I am a dream interpreter of over 30 years. I also practice quantum touch energy healing. And my greatest joy is to help people get in touch with their own spirit guides and find their own path to spirit. We can all do this. We all
Yeah.
have these psychic senses. It is our birthright. And everybody has a whole team of beings on the other side that are just for them. So that is what I like to do. I like to help people get in touch with their spirit guides and know that they are not alone.
Yeah. So beautiful. I love that. And so today we'll open up the space and see what comes in. And this is just your space to land, whether you want to participate and however you want to participate. And feel free to check out the website too. eroticspiritpodcast.com, and feel free to check out the latest episode is up on the side there. You can scan that QR code and check it out for Erotic Spirit Podcast, your everything on sexual healing and all the good stuff. So let's drop into a container here. How are you feeling?
Yeah, let's do it. Ooh, I can do it tonight if you want.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. Yes.
Ooh. So, beloved goddess, ooh, thank you for blessing and being with us. Beloved
Mm.
angels and archangels, thank you for surrounding us. Beloved goddess, thank you for surrounding us and holding this beautiful and sacred container. Thank you so much for the absolute flood of joy and peace that you're bringing in with us tonight. Thank you for answering our questions. Thank you for helping us find our own guidance and our own truth. Thank you for making this safe space for people to explore and ask questions. Beautiful and sacred. And so it is.
It's,
Everybody, oh, yeah, go ahead.
oh, there you go.
So, everybody, actually, this is your piece now, embodiment. You do the embodiment part.
It's so funny. I was saying, and so it is in my head, but I said, I'm starting to say it out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Beautifully float into your space, float into your being, relax into your body here. Relax into your heart space. Your eyes are not closed, and if you're joining, just relax. Center into the awareness of your soul and your essence, but also call attention to your body. Call attention to the sensations that you're having, whatever that is. It could feel like pain, it could feel tingling, you feel light, could be heavy. And call awareness to that spot in your body as you just lovingly share your body's intelligence and wisdom and connection into that point as you ask yourself how you are feeling. And just allow yourself to be. And just start to breathe into this space. And if anything, breathe into your heart. And breathe out, softening the body, calling awareness to who you are and your connection to all that is. And just be in a space of invitation, whatever that invitation is for you. And you can invite in a yes to the field, and the yes is to receiving the energy that flows in, the messages, whatever it is for your highest good. If that feels good, you can send a telepathic yes and just center back into your body. Beautiful. Anchoring in, anchoring us back in, and starting to come back deeper into your body and open your eyes whenever you're ready. Yeah. Ah, so beautiful. Feels good. Wow.
It does feel good. There's always something special. They're already here, but when we consciously ask them to come in, it's just like whoop.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that you said that. They are always, everything is that the universe is always there. Angelics or guides, our higher self, everything is always there. And I love that you said that. Yeah, calling awareness to that, because you ask from the universe and you shall receive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's the way it works. But and really believing, right? Like you're like, I'm not just like whimsical. It's like, no, like I believe it, man. Like I receive this.
Mm-hmm.
I receive.
So, folks, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. We are here to serve you tonight. If you would like any information, readings about your love life, about your spirituality, about your sexuality, this is the place to ask. So, please feel free to do so. If you are not wanting everyone to see who you are when you ask your question, please go to our website, theerotic.com. The top of it says Spirit Guides After Dark. If you choose that, you can put your question in and anonymously on our next session. But yeah, please
Yeah.
feel this is a safe space.
And hit that like button. If you are just participating and you're like, I like these people, I don't feel like, sharing anything, you just want to be here, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, just follow us, follow along on the journey. So I'm ready to dive in. I don't see anyone jumping in. Feel free to let us know where you're from. And even if you're watching this back on the replay, I see it. I just find it fascinating. Like, oh, you're from there. Thank you. All right. So there's a question popped in here in this queue here. So I will pop it up here in this very lovely moment. Okay. Dropping in. What are people truly craving underneath the desire for sex?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
First thing that's coming through is coming through. The
Coming
first thing
true.
that is coming through is connection. So, so let's ask. So they're showing me connection, and they're showing everybody they're showing like this big bright cloth that we're all connected to, whether we realize it or not, that shimmers and flows, and that represents God and all that is. But what they're also showing me is like being connected to that perfect place, but like they can't see it. Like they don't
Mm.
understand that it's there and they're like looking for it. And sex is all about that connection. Is there anything else? And they're saying fun, connection, fun, joy, bliss, pleasure, all those things that we often deny ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
What else, friends? And the need to just be who we are. So this has come through so many times, and I still think about it. Sexual energy is the most honest energy there is. There's something about it being the energy of creation itself. It's a part of that big creative energy. It's just dead honest.
Mm-hmm.
So when we're in that space, oh, it's like touching the divine.
Mm. Ooh, I love that. Uh, Anything else you got?
So they're saying something else about avoiding, like
Mhm. Mhm.
using sex to avoid.
Yeah.
So avoid things. So craving sex because they're using that bliss and pleasure to avoid unpleasant circumstances. So like a coping mechanism or like a crutch. It's easier to be lost in that feeling or obsessed with that sexuality being in the body all the time than it is to like face some hard problems in life.
Mhm.
Um, and they're saying that coping mechanism could be used so much more consciously if we use their sexual energy to help manifest what they want. So, for example, if you are avoiding what is killing you in your life using sex, instead of using it as avoidance, use it as a conscious place to use that energy to help shift your circumstances. So, what we focus on is what we get. And that's magic. Other people just call it manifesting, creation. You can use your pleasure in whatever way you find it. Sex is just a whole lot of pleasure, so it's a whole lot of energy. And while you're like having an orgasm or while you're experiencing that pleasure, focus on the outcome you desire with something. If you're having money troubles, focus on the exact amount of money you would like to flow into your life, the exact
Mm.
amount you need at that time, and then have a really good orgasm. Or even if you don't orgasm, just focus on it while you're in that pleasure. You're actually creating. It's like putting rocket fuel all over your manifestation when you do that. So instead of using it to avoid, you actually flip it around and you're using it to solve your problems instead of run from them. Ooh, shivers. That's all I have to say on that.
Oh, that's all you have to say when you said everything. I love it. I love it. It was beautiful because you flowed into you covered so many different areas, like in the opportunities to invite in the perceptions of truth with sexual energy, and then the avoidance, and where what was coming in for me actually a little bit before you went into that was validation. And it can like teeter either way, where there's a aspect, I mean, it's validation is an really internal opportunity instead of external opportunity, but we can channel what we desire and actually move into that space by creating that with action through our sexuality. And then we can also go on the flip side where we use sex as this internal validation to worth, or whatever it is, that I'm being seen, or that I'm right. It's interesting because I see this visual of a couple, and there's a unhealthy way that they manage arguments, and I see, you know, a lot of friction and yelling, and then making up through sex instead of actually communicating, you know.
Mhm.
And so it's that like that piece of avoidance. But I'm also hearing this way of like this validation that that sex is fixing everything. That, oh, we're good because the sex is good.
Mhm. Yeah.
And so there could be like even like a loop that creates. So even if you're doing that, doesn't mean that the relationship can't withstand and move out of that. It's just the habit that it's created. And so both, really what I'm hearing is both people have the opportunity to do a lot of internal work, and then also figure out how to communicate and not use that as a crutch to say that everything is all good. I mean, it's just a different way of avoiding, right? Avoiding
Mhm.
like, you know, any pains that are coming up, any triggers, any activations, and just really, you know, numbing out of that, like going into what feels good because the pain is too challenging to be in.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hear both of them, and then and then I just heard that that's complete. So that's but yeah, it feels good. Um, yeah, yeah. Okay. Feel that energy coming in. Interesting. Yeah, feel free as we transition into, we got another question here. Feel free to drop in a question and ask anything. You know, we love to chat about sexuality, and we can talk about sex and intimacy and pleasure, a spiritual connection, all the things. If there's something on your heart, drop it in. Drop it in, baby. All right. So let's go to, ooh, I got this one popping up. Mm. Yeah. Is it possible to have satisfying long distance sexual relationship? Long distance. Yeah. Yes.
Odd question.
That came in. That's so funny.
That's one that popped in. So we'll
And then
just
how
see.
does that look like too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What does
I
that
just
look
heard that
like?
too. Yeah, because I
Hmm. So what they're showing me is people actually having energetic sexual experiences with each other. And since energy does not know space or time, so uh, I mean that's how long distance energy works. Like quantum touch, I can do
Mhm.
long distance quantum touch, or people can do long distance Reiki on people. Doesn't matter where they are.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm being shown people who are like laying in bed, but their spirits are coming up out of their bodies, and they are having like what we would consider a sexual experience. There is more spirituality to it. So, what I'm being shown and what I've been told before as well, what we consider to be like that sexual bliss and that blending of energy when, two people have a sexual experience, that's just how spirit communicates and is on the other side. I shouldn't say the other
Mhm.
side, here in other dimensions, without bodies like we know them. To get to know each other, they simply like move into each other's space and blend. And it's that
Mhm.
when they talk about bliss, like bliss is a good orgasm and the feeling after that is bliss to me. So what I am being told is more and more people are going to be able to have these experiences where you are having an energetic energies, and it's going to feel like sexual bliss. It's going to feel like that.
Mhm.
And so that's what they're as long distance sexual relationship. They're saying that is a stage of our evolution's not the word. It's just the stage that we are moving into as a people, and what we are asking for. So
Mm.
interesting, really interesting. I've never done that before, so I know how that would work. Oh God, that's what we're talking about. Why don't I ask? Um, do you have anything to add to that while I'm asking? You're laughing.
You go.
Oh, okay.
Unless you
Okay.
want, unless I can go. It's just my own personal experience of it. So yeah.
You go. You talk about your own personal experience of it.
Okay. Yeah, well, I was laughing when this question came up because it was like a yes, yes. I will share that you can feel and you can have energetic sex. Energetic sex is a thing. And if you, and I actually am hearing to share this too. There's a show on Netflix called Erotic Blueprint, and Jaya shows the experience. She shows that live on, and I'm so glad this was filmed so that people can see it on a platform that people can have access to, because I've had that experience, and energetic sex is real, and I've had it where um it feels like you're being penetrated. It does. So sharing that live on here. Yeah, it does. It does. It feels like, and it feels better. I mean, look, I've had where people have been in the room and it's been energetic sex and distance and not in the same space. And there's no difference. Energy, you made a really good point there. There's no time or distance. Energy doesn't know any of that. When you really tune into your body and just really being present, and you're attuning to, and you're not afraid to be with, just be vulnerable and just allow the possibilities to come in. um and you can attune to someone's energy through different aspects. I mean, even if you're even if you're in person, you know, like they're showing like the eye gazing, it's like it's just a connection point. It's a connection point of presence with someone, and you can focus your energy on someone else. If they're not in the room, you can focus your energy on them. And it really starts with building that sexual energy within you, like knowing how that feels within you. So there are exercises that you can do to build that energy within your body, squeezing those PC muscles, the you know, and I might get this wrong, but where you would be. Or the name of it wrong, but where you urine and where that comes out, where you pee, that's you start to squeeze those muscles and you start to move that up and breathe and even hold the breath while it goes all the way to the top and breathe out. And you do this process where you're really calling attention to your genitals. You bring that energy up, and then you're really moving that life force energy through you, that kundalini through you. And so when you really start to move that energy and you're really in tune with that, you can have those experiences with other people in a deep way where it does actually get to this point where it'll be like, oh, this feels like it's penetrative, and you're not in the same room. So it's really being in tune with how that energy, that sexual energy feels with you, and then presence with someone else long distance, where you're calling awareness to them. Maybe you're connected on the phone, maybe you're not connected on the phone. And you have that experience, you have that experiment, to see how that comes in. But obviously connecting, hearing someone's voice, the sound moving through, that really helps there. And yeah, but the big thing is coming through practice on your own.
Mhm.
Practice on your own, because when you become in tune with how to move that life force energy within you, you can circuit that through with someone else. And then you feel that, like, and when they do their own work too, they can circuit that back. And that circuit is trust that energy is just always flowing. We don't have to do anything new. It's just bringing awareness to life force energy that already exists within us. And that can be practiced like a muscle. Like intuition is a you practice that to like validate your experience, and you're validating the experience of your body by doing these certain things. So that's the one way that wants to come through in my own personal experience. So there you
Validating your body is yeah. I loved how you said validating your body. We're literally taught to ignore parts of our body,
Yeah.
especially like our genitals,
Ye-
especially if you come from a religious background. Huge.
Yes.
Like, unless you're married, they don't exist. Unless they're
Mhm.
married, you have no sex drive whatsoever. You're not allowed.
Yeah.
Um, when we divorce sexuality from spirituality, we did ourselves a real disservice because sexual energy is one of the most spiritual energies in existence. So it was a great way to take people's
Ah.
power away.
Mhm.
And so if you would like to really take your spirituality back and really address that, get in touch with your sexuality. See what your beliefs are about your sexuality, and then apply those to your spirituality, and you'll see
Mhm.
where you're putting yourself off at the knees.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. Mm. It's all one. It's all one. There's no separation. Yeah. I love that. So good. So
Especially
did you end oh,
with that explanation of again coming through again, that is how they like meet and say hello on
yeah,
the other side. They blend energies and it's bliss and it's light.
and it is.
So how can that be wrong? How can that be
Yeah.
bad? Just like,
Yeah. That's our natural state.
yeah.
Yeah, our natural state of being. And the unnatural state is shame of connection, right? Because to me, our sexual energy, our life force energy is connection to the universe. It's connection to all that
Mhm.
is. And so, and it doesn't need to be expressed with another person. You know, that's the big thing that I love to share. And I love that what came through in this portion was that there's a question on sexual relationship and a long distance one, and you think of another person, but what came in was like first focus on you. You know,
Mhm.
focus on you because you're the channel. You're it's your body, it's your energy, and you move with it and you learn about yourself, and you get to integrate that when you if you decide to integrate that with someone else, and you get to do that with someone else, you know. But it comes down to like your connection with you, and
Mhm.
then that when you're really solid in that foundation, you that connection with other just moves. It's just like, oh, I see you. It's like the light that's always been there, and now like we get to exchange in this beautiful way. Yeah.
And if you don't have that connection with yourself, it's hard to connect with others. It's hard to
Mhm.
connect with others in a meaningful way if you are not connecting with yourself. So it's
Yes.
always start with always start with ourselves.
Yeah.
That's what
Mm.
I've learned. Personal experience speaking. Got to connect with yourself first. Doesn't work any other way.
Yes. I love that. I love that. Did you grab anything else on this one? Or did that feel complete?
No, that's complete. I just got go forward. They're like, go forth, move on.
Go for it. I love this. This is an interesting one. Okay. Let me see. Let me drop in. How does oh, it's not grammatically correct. So how does shame and sexuality disconnect people from their intuition? That's a
Oh,
grammatical.
shame in sexuality
Yeah.
or shame
Shame and
and
sexuality.
how does shame and sexuality disconnect people from their intuition?
Yeah.
I just got a duh. It's like
Duh.
I just went duh.
Duh.
What are you
Da, da,
talking about?
da.
Yeah.
Ow.
So what's coming through shame comes from a feeling of not being enough, Your not enoughness is what causes your shame. So
Mm-hmm.
it is that feeling of lack in oneself, like something is missing, something is wrong, something is rotten about ourselves, or something is rotten about you. That as soon as that clicks in, it's like slamming down a wall between you and your sovereignty and your power. And
Yeah.
when that happens, it's it's like it turns down our ability to hear our intuition and to receive, because all of a sudden we have no faith in ourselves. We have a moment in which we do not believe in who we are. And nothing in my own personal life, nothing has turned off my intuition faster than feeling not enough. Not enoughness is like the number one intuition killer. So
Mm.
energy, what we believe happens. So as soon as we start feeling like we are not enough, then the universe goes, okay, well then you're not. So that dampens our abilities. It shuts everything off. It turns it down. So
Mm.
again, one of the most brutally horrible things that has been into humanity is shame, and making people ashamed of themselves and their
Yes.
sexuality. Because all of a sudden, if you're ashamed of something, you feel like you have to fill something in, or you need something else to complete you. Oh, that's a handle for people to take and turn you wherever they want you to go, because they say,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, I can fix you. Oh, I know what you need. Oh, if you do this one thing, if you believe this, if you let me save you, or if you buy this thing, then you will be okay. Then you'll be enough." Oh, that's shame is the number one power killer of each and
Yes.
every person. So that is
Mm.
how shame kills your intuition, because it kills your belief in your own sovereign right to your own power. So if you that not enoughness
Mm-hmm.
is kicking in, because that is a human fucking epidemic, it is time to start appreciating yourself in any capacity. Give yourself a high
Yes.
five because you're breathing today. Give yourself a high five if
Mm-hmm.
you decided to participate in life. I had this awesome conversation once with Jesus, because I was a workaholic. I worked way too much. And I was meditating and was bitching about it to him, about how much I was working. And he said, "You are valuable as you are." He says, "You breathe. That you've earned your right to exist, and for all the love in the world, in the universe, because you breathe and you exist and you're here.
Yeah.
Anything else you do on top of that, that's icing on the cake."
Yeah.
So I'm inherently valuable as I am, period. So anything above that, great. That means I
Mm.
should have shame in absolutely nothing. I'm not enough because I'm breathing and I'm here today.
Ah, I like that. Ah.
Oof, rivers.
Oh, feels good. Feels good.
Hmm.
Is there anything else flowing in with that?
No, what are you
Oh,
getting?
I I am getting. um, so I want to talk about what's coming in is some of the symptoms that this can cause, or what it can look like. So we have right now we have shame and sexuality, and shame in general, but the same shame and sexuality. And so there's a piece here that goes back to this: how we feel. Do we feel safe? Right? Usually it's like, no, we, because of these things, now we don't feel safe. We don't feel safe to be seen. We don't feel safe to be heard. We don't feel safe to express. Um, and I just keep hearing repeat shame over and over again because there's repeat safety over and over again, because there is this space where now what does that do, and how does that connect into intuition? What I have learned, and a lot of the I've learned this because of similar clients have come into me, and I've learned it because of myself, my own experience, that when people are connected to their intuition, or intuition is a space of seeing, like, and seeing doesn't need to mean that you have to see something. It's a knowing, it's seeing and perceiving energy, and however that comes in through your senses, whether you feel it, like all these things. And it's a space where when you are not feeling safe, that's exactly how we are going to see the world. Those are our filters. So it's intuition I've seen completely shut off for people because they're perceiving in a state of survival, and they're not grounded in their body. And so if they're not grounded in their body, they can't see outside of that experience, or it's challenging to. Maybe they see a glimpse of it, but then it's like they lose it. They don't believe it. That just moves through. They're not listening to it. So this safety and the perceiving is really interconnected. And so the more that we ground into, I'm hearing to really challenge and invite people to look at, if you're not sure, if you feel like you're in shame of your sexuality, look at your response and your behavior. Look at what are you displaying to the world? What are you telling the world? Do you have desires and you keep those in? Do you feel like you feel odd to touch yourself, right? Or you don't like touch? And so, what is that maybe a symptom of? Are you not feeling safe enough to receive the touch on your body? I mean, I can say that because that's how I felt. I felt like that at one point in my life. And so, there was a survival and my aspect going on, and my nervous system was just always in that fight or flight. And so now moving into, we have the symptoms, looking at how do we get back into the body? How do we like move into that space where we feel safe enough to not be in shame of our sexuality, and be able to ground back in the body, go back to the root, go back into the body, express, and even integrate. Like, I'm hearing, not only is it what I know, but how do I like, actually applying what we know in life. So if I have a desire and I haven't felt safe before, but now I feel really good, share that desire with someone without attachment to expectation. Share that, share that out there. So yeah, I feel like that safety is coming in quite a bit. Safety. Okay, safety. Yeah. Then the flow
Safety.
moved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
else that's coming through is look at your relationship, non-sexual pleasure, just pleasure in general. So
Yeah.
what the relationship you have with your pleasure in life is the relationship you have with your spirituality in life.
Oh, yes.
So they're laughing at me right now. That's a blanket statement. This is, I'm not saying this like it's the end all and be all. This is coming through as a way to help you shift your perceptions and how you think about the world. Um,
Mhm.
my guides are like, because I'm on my high now, like monks who seal themselves in caves for 40 days, and that is their spirituality, and that is what I would not consider to be pleasure, but it's that their spiritual moment. It's remembering that there, for every person in the world, there is a unique path to God, and
Mhm.
that all pathways, all roads are suggestions. They
Yes.
are a way, they are not the way. And it's usually parts and pieces of those that help us find our own way. And so, and they're also saying, you do not understand why people are here. People come for all sorts of different experiences. So living in a very strict religious background could be the perfect spiritual experience for someone in
Mhm.
this lifetime. It can be perfect for them, or they can go between extremes and have it be perfect for them. Uh,
Yeah.
so it's knowing we can't compare ourselves to each other and that each spiritual road has merit. And that is including pleasure. You do not have to suffer to be a spiritual person. You don't have to be a spiritual person. God will meet
Yes.
you wherever you're at. And if you think you know what God is, I'm telling you right now, you don't. I think I know what God is, and I know my human brain can only understand about this much. And there's always another horizon, and I'm always learning something new, and my gifts are always changing. So it is an
Mm.
ever changing road. That's the other thing they're coming through and saying, remember, it is
Mm.
an ever changing road. It is not stagnant. So again, when you come to these pathways of spirituality that say this is how it is, period, no change, I highly, strongly invite you to consider that it is a way, not the way.
Yes.
And if anything in this world has shown that love is always present in spirituality, uh, true spirituality, it's that it's always changing. We as humans are always changing. The earth is always changing. So,
Yeah.
how could our spirituality not
Mhm.
change? Ooh, holy crap, they're on one tonight. Wow.
I love that, and such a big message to is, especially when it's funny, it's coming out with this part of the question. Literally, intuition is connected to you, and it's you. So if anyone ever shares anything, it comes back to how you feel about it
Mm-hmm.
and you choosing what's right for you. That's part of like your connection to God and your in the universe and yourself and your intuition, is being able to see the guidance and witness it and lovingly allow yourself to surrender to the process. And that doesn't mean that I need to choose that. it
Mm-hmm.
it's it's all going to unfold, and maybe this process and what someone has said to me is activating something so deeply within me that now I could see a truth, and it's not even what they said, but now I could see a truth within me that I couldn't see before. And
Mm-hmm.
that's where the spirituality is beautiful, and it's coming home to self, ultimately coming home to self. And no teacher, anyone out there talking like has the right or wrong way. If anyone ever shares that with you, then you know, there's opportunities for themselves to they, you know, are they running from ego or not, you know, but that's for their journey. But you know, it is really for us to not even just to see and witness that, and then to understand that I am sovereign. I am sovereign. And yeah, that feels good. I am sovereign, baby.
Sovereign baby, yes. And something else to note, uh, my spirit ask you to harm anyone. So when
Hmm.
God told me to do it, spirit told me to do it, that's
Hmm.
spirituality. That's not God talking. Um,
Yeah.
it is
Yeah.
so spirit guides as I know them. They always are really driving home that we are all connected. And so harm to someone else is harm to ourselves. So they
Hmm.
will never ask us to harm ourselves, and they will never ask us to harm anybody else
Yeah.
because they know it's a harm period to all of us.
Yes.
So that being
Uh
said, they also do not judge. So
huh.
there is no good or bad. They don't judge.
Yes.
Everyone is
Exactly.
worthy in their own Everyone is worthy in their eyes.
Yeah. I love that. There.
I feel like
Everyone
we went
is.
down a rabbit hole from our
We did.
questions.
We did. But that's okay, because I even have this reminder too of, um oh gosh, what's coming through is this ultimate potential of essence to see ourselves in, and seeing ourselves in our truest potential, and seeing ourselves as limitless. And I had a client recently ask me, who are they, and what does their blueprint look like? And it's so beautiful, because the universe came knocking in and said that you are God, and you are love, and you are light. And this is really powerful, this is coming in now, because um in creation, right, being a mirror of creation, and I believe that we're mirrors of creation. This is what the universe has shared with me. We're all mirrors of creation and God and universe, and that it is physically impossible to create anything lesser. It is a pure mirror. It is just pure creation. And so we are worthy of all. And that includes, it's coming in like if we decide that our sexuality and how we want to move forward with that and how we want to be, we are worthy of all of it. We're worthy of all of it. And so that connection into universe and our intuition can even help guide us in to our sexuality and what that even means to us, instead of perceiving what is out there with what other people do. Be creation. Be
Mhm.
creation, and let that flow through, and let that unfold, and how that manifests out into the physical world through your divine channel, that manifests outwardly. And yeah, and you're worthy of all of that. Yeah.
Very, very well said.
Oh, yeah, my ear is ringing, I hear it. It's like I heard that message. I love it. Ah, okay, that feels good. So I want to remind everyone we're going to drop into another question here. So if you're coming in, I see some people just coming in, drop in a question. This is a space. We're answering questions here. You can ask any question you got on anything. We have a lot of things on sex, intimacy, pleasure, spiritual connection. There's something in your heart today, let that be. Let that be. So drop it in, hit that like button, hit that follow button. And if anything, let us know where you're tuning in from. So, all right. And I'm going to pop up this question unless I see something in that chat there. But I'm going to pop this up here. And okay, this question. What is the connection between truth, freedom, and erotic expression?
What is the connection between tooth freedom and erotic? Ooh, that's interesting.
Yes.
So, meds are showing me sex as a paintbrush. uh, so let's see why they're showing me paintbrush. They're saying life is your canvas. What do you want to paint it with? So
Oh.
the message coming through is erotic expression is a valid form of expression for creating your life and creating life
Mhm.
events. They are really hitting again the
Whew.
topic of using your sexual energy to manifest with, to
Mhm.
embrace that part of ourselves and use it as a force for good, in quotation marks. Use it as a force for good.
Mm.
Use it as a force for bad, consciously and unconsciously often. Often ourselves over the head with our sexuality, humanity as a whole, and what they are bringing through, because they are showing me right now like sex trafficking and pedophilia, and ways that sexual energy is coming through in really malformed, bizarre ways.
Mm,
And people don't understand that what we believe of ourselves, how we view our sexuality, vibrates out into the world. We are
mhm,
all connected. And so, what we think about ourselves to the mass consciousness of humanity, to that big universal humanity.
mm.
So, we have sexual shame. When we think poorly of ourselves, we are creating with our sexuality. If we think that, we are ashamed of it, of ourselves, and don't think we have the right, the myriad ideas that drill. When that happens, into that human oversoul and it comes out dysfunction. Good to look at ourselves and dip into our own shadows and
Okay.
I will repeat it again. When we look inside ourselves and deal with
Mhm,
our own shadows and pull them out into the light and accept those pieces of ourselves and integrate them into our life in a healthy way, like a healthy sexual expression, a healthy sexual self acceptance, it's like nailing a nail into the coffin of sexual slavery. It's like doing our best to abolish the sexuality that is harming ourselves and others. So when we take care of ourselves, we are stopping like human trafficking and sexual trafficking. We are stopping the perversion that it's coming out in those ways. We have such sovereign individual power when we take care of our own stuff. So
mhm.
if you're looking at those problems in the world and saying, oh, that's the devil, it's not me, it's nothing to do with me, I strongly invite you to consider looking at your shame and your sexual self and all the beauty that counteracts that. And when you
Mhm.
do, you are lighting a torch for the world.
Yes. Oh.
It's
I
so this energy coming through is I tune into my guides. Uh, it's like militant energy coming through. They
yeah,
are very
like,
much
zoop.
driving this stuff home tonight. So,
Yeah, and the video crashed for, like, a hot second.
mhm.
So, and I had it pulled up over here, and it crashed online too there. So, it's like,
Son of a
"Damn,
gun.
Angela." It's funny because 'cause you're like, "I'll repeat it again." I'm like, "Good," because a little bit crashed out.
We got lost for a minute. I saw that. I'm like, let's repeat this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Oof.
yes. So, I love that, and I wanted to extend this, different, a different layer too as well, where, you'd mentioned on, like, people saying, like, "Well, how is this me?" Right? How are these things happening in the world? How's it me or how's it not me? And the big message coming through for me is about also breaking cycles.
Mhm.
So generational trauma is a real thing. And a lot of times when there is sexual abuse, and a lot of times, like, it could be in the family, it could be friend, whatever that is, but it can generate a consistent cycle that comes down from there, and it can manifest in different ways. It can manifest through, yeah, I mean, quite frankly, what's coming through is someone who's experienced that, who's not gone and resolved their trauma, they can project that energy towards, future. And also, they can not see they cannot see their outward experience. They cannot see people around them because they may be in pain. They may not be able to see people around them that are really unhealthy with their sexual behavior, and that those people are the people around them could be causing harm, and they can't see it because they could be in their whatever it is in their stuff. So generational trauma is real, and so when we decide it stops with us and we do our work, we can see clear. We can see around us clearer, or clearer than it ever can be, and move from that space. So everything really operates from within. And it's so powerful when we take that invitation. I could say for myself, like I at one point I was like, the fuck, what am I doing? Like, why do I have to take this on? And then I started to just take it as an invitation to move in the world where I get to show up and be free. And that gets passed down. Freedom gets passed down. And then just to kind of connect it in with some of the other dots here, to land it into this erotic expression, the one thing that comes in is aliveness. Like erotic expression, what wants to is just dropping in as like aliveness right now, like a lot being alive in life. And so when you are not feeling that way, I mean, it's all interconnected, like all interconnected. Where are you not free? Because I'm not feeling alive over here. So what am I not feeling free in my mind and my body to move and do in this space? And then what truths am I not actually, you know, like moving in the world through? And all of it is interconnected. All of it is absolutely interconnected there. So yeah, just bring in opportunities for your aliveness. So that's what I got. That's what
I
I
like
got.
it. That is a
Yeah.
fantastic point. And I love how you said you were talking about the generational trauma and how it gets handed down.
Yeah.
Uh, that's like a beautiful segue into showing how when we deal with our own stuff, we help so many other people. I've had so many women come up to me, so many different walks of life all over, just
Yeah.
come up to me and talk about their sexual trauma and how they were told, you, we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that. So when they deal with their stuff and start talking about it, they're breaking that cycle and and switching the human oversoul, the human consciousness by using their voice
Yes.
about it and talking about it. So,
Yes. Exactly.
example, lady, prime example. Look how many people you help. Seriously, talk
Yeah.
about flipping it.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, yeah. It feels good. It feels good. Thank you, thank you. So, okay, we're moving into the end here, and so I want to give a chance. I'm gonna pop up your wait. I'm gonna pop it up over here. The wrong spot. Pop it up your website here, and how people can find you.
Thank you. Yeah, my website, AngelaShelby.com. Please feel free to contact me for private readings, dream interpretation, energy healing. Um, yeah, I would be happy to help you. And Jenna and I are both people that if you have questions about your sex life and you want information from your guides about it, you can ask us. We're not going to think you're weird. Those are valid questions.
Yes, I love it. Oh, okay, and then I'm popping up here my website, which is actually um it's my it redirects. I just updated my website. So it redirects here, but if I can actually update it there, yeah. So jennalee.world, that's my website. If you have my old one, it still redirects in less than a second. And you can check out one-on-one sessions with me. I have 6-month programs. I have only two spots for the second half of the year. But I have a retreat if you're feeling guided towards Mount Shasta. It feels like it's last minute, but if you feel burning to go, it starts July 27th and it ends August 1st. And so check out that. And then I also have pulled up here my free webinar, Afraid to Be Seen. So feel free to give that a scan there and see how that feels. But other than that, we're also going to pull up the ESP website here, and that's eroticspiritpodcast.com. And so feel free to check out, go to Spirit Guides After Dark. If you have a question, feel free to send in a question, but also feel free to subscribe. There's lots of fun stuff coming in the future. So, yeah, other than that, it's been a pleasure. Is there anything else? Did I miss anything?
Nope, you did great.
Okay. All right. Love it. And oh wait, the last thing is if in case you missed it, the newest episode. So that just came out today, and that is what if you're not too much. So you're gonna have to tune in if you see what it's all about. All right. Well, thanks for coming in today, guys. Feel free to subscribe, like, and share, and we'll see you next time.